What's up, people? Jade up here with my 2011 WWE Over The Limit review video. Going to be giving you guys match results, highlights of the night, and also my thoughts and opinions on everything that occurred at this show. Make sure you rate this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button up there. Thanks. Let me know what you thought was the best match of the night, worst match of the night. If you could give this pay-per-view a score out of 10, what would you give it? Share your opinions down in the comment section below. First matchup of the night was R-Truth versus Rey Mysterio. There was nothing too thrilling about this match, but it was solid. Both guys performed well, and I actually enjoyed it. Now, you may not know this, but I'm not the biggest R-Truth fan out there. But tonight, I definitely have to give him his props because he really did impress me. The ending of the match came when Rey Mysterio had R-Truth set up for the 619. Rey goes for the 619, but R-Truth rolls out of the ring. He ends up getting Rey caught up in the ring apron. He clotheslines him, rolls him back into the ring, and then hits him with his finisher that I would describe as a reverse rock bottom. Pins him, 1, 2, 3, match over and done with at that point. What I loved about R-Truth tonight is that he harnessed that crazed mentality that he has with this new character, and he didn't do it to a point where it was like overdone and he looked like a damn fool in the process, but it was just enough to get the job done. So it was a pretty impressive outing for R-Truth tonight, and it looks as if WWE is investing some major time and effort into him, and I wonder how far it'll all go. Could you guys see R-Truth getting to the WWE title picture and actually being the WWE champion? Let me know down in the comments, but however far it goes, he looked pretty impressive tonight, so thumbs up to R-Truth. Second match of the night was the Intercontinental Championship match, Ezekiel Jackson versus the defending champion, Barrett. And hold on a minute. You guys want to know what this is? This is the receipt for Ezekiel Jackson as a face, and I want to make a return because I'm not buying this shit. I'm not buying it at all. I cannot take Zeke as a face seriously, and it really showed in this match because it never seemed to get out of first gear, and it was very slow, and I wish I could offer you guys some highlights to the match, but to be honest, there weren't any. There was one point in the match where Zeke went for like continuous body slams, and that seemed to get the crowd hyped up for a little bit, but other than that, the crowd was pretty dead for the match, and rightfully so. Zeke, he put Barrett into the torture rack, and that's when the remaining members of the core ran down to the ring. They attacked Zeke, and he ended up winning the match by disqualification. And after the match was over with, the 3 members of the core attacked Ezekiel and left him lying in the middle of the ring. I didn't really like this match. It was not my style at all. It was very slow, and it was very plodding, and I'm not taking Zeke as a face seriously. And to be honest, I believe that Barrett deserves much better than this. Next up was a match that I was really looking forward to, Cara versus Chavo Guerrero. This match had a ton of potential to steal the show, but it failed to do so. There were a couple of botches and a couple of awkward moments throughout the match, but the reason why I'm not going crazy over it is because Chavo looked like a damn jobber for this second half of the match. Now, we all know that the only reason why Chavo was placed in the feud with Cara is to make Cara look good, but I mean, this is a pay-per-view. Like, I know there are a lot of people out there that bought this card, you know, bought this show probably just to see that match, or that was the deciding factor for them. And we all know Chavo was there to make Cara look good, but at least dress it up a little bit for a pay-per-view. Don't make it look too obvious. And in this match, it really was too obvious. There was some pretty good back and forth action throughout the first half of it, but there was this one point where Chavo got to the top rope. Cara kicked him off of the top rope. He rolled to the outside of the ring, and Cara jumped to the top rope, and he like vaulted himself onto Chavo. And from that point on, it was just 100% Cara and to the end. And speaking of the ending of this match, it was an absolutely ugly botch of like a hurricanrana, and it looked pretty bad. It looked so bad that they didn't even replay the damn ending. They replayed Cara's entrance instead of the actual ending of the match. So that just says all it needs to be said right there. But you know, when this match was good, it was great, and I did enjoy bits of it, but yeah, his game definitely needs to be tightened up. The Tag Team Championship match was the 4th match of the night. Big Show and Kane defending versus the challengers, CM Punk and Mason Ryan of the New Nexus. This match was typically what you would expect from a Big Show and Kane match, them utilizing their big man powerhouse styles. So for a bulk of the match, they were working over CM Punk and Mason Ryan pretty well. But there was one point in the match where CM Punk and Kane were the legal men, and CM Punk got a little leverage over Kane. He then went to the top rope, and in tribute to Macho Man Randy Savage, may he rest in peace, CM Punk tried to deliver an elbow drop from the top rope, but Kane ended up rolling out of the way. CM Punk goes crashing down to the mat, but he still ends up getting a tag in on Mason Ryan, and Kane gets the hot tag in on the Big Show, and at that point you could have called the match, you know, already. Big Show comes into the ring, he clears CM Punk out of the ring, and then Kane gets into the ring and they deliver a double choke slam to Mason Ryan. Big Show pins him. 1, 2, 3. Big Show and Kane retain their tag team championships. And yeah, there wasn't much special about this match. Like I said, it was typical of what you would expect from Kane and the Big Show. I wish CM Punk would have been featured more heavily, but yeah, he was the best part of this match because of his tributes to Macho Man Randy Savage, like I said, with the flying elbow drop from the top rope, and also he had Macho written across his wrist tape on his left arm, and that was absolutely great. And like I said, rest in peace to Macho Man Randy Savage. I have a Slim Jim here with me right now, and I'll take a bite of this in tribute to Macho Man. The Divas Championship match was up next. Brie Bella versus Kelly Kelly, and I know I'm not the only person in the world that was watching this match, but not really giving a damn about it because we all at some point expected for Karma to make an appearance. That moment never happened, and that was kind of disappointing. And I wonder if there's like some bigger picture to her being involved with Kelly Kelly. I see a lot of fans speculating that maybe Kelly Kelly is pulling the strings behind the scenes with Karma, and she's controlling this monster and having her take out all of the Divas. Because if you guys remember, when she had the option to attack Kelly Kelly, she just flicked her on the head and then walked off without attacking her at all. And she's been attacking like the losers of Divas matches frequently, and Kelly Kelly lost the match tonight. She didn't attack Kelly Kelly, but then again, she wasn't on this last episode of SmackDown either when there was a Divas match. So who knows what's going on with this? Maybe there's some bigger picture, and maybe she just likes to beat bitches up. Who knows? Like Coral from the Real World, she doesn't wrestle. She just beats bitches up. Who knows? But isn't that saying a lot about the Divas division that I would rather talk about Karma, who wasn't even on the show, than the actual match? But I guess I have to give the result of the match with Twin Magic, the Bella Twins. They win once again, and Nunzio, he was a referee. He didn't interfere in the match. He didn't reverse the decision, and that's exactly how I like it. And I'll get to that a little later on in the video, but yeah, that's how I like it. But yeah, the match, it wasn't bad, but you know, it was no Melina versus Alicia Fox, you know. It was harmless. I'm pretty sure nobody died watching it, so thumbs up. World Heavyweight Championship, Randy Orton versus Christian was up next, and say what you will about the person that won, but this match was great from start to finish. I really enjoyed it. Christian ended up pulling a good match out of Randy Orton, and like I said, it was great. It was thrilling from start to finish. The match really started to heat up at one point where it looked like Christian was going for the spear. You know, he was, you know, winding the crowd up for the spear, but Randy Orton ended up countering that into a power slam, and then Randy looked like he was going for the punt. He kind of hesitated for a little bit, but he went for the punt anyway. But then that's when Christian got the spear on Orton. He pinned him, got a 2 count. They got up. Then Christian tried to go for the kill switch, but Randy Orton reversed that, tried to go for an RKO. Christian countered that into the kill switch. Then Randy Orton flipped him over his back and hit him with the RKO. Pinned him. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton retains the World Heavyweight Championship, and they also had a little encounter at the end of the match. It looks like this thing is still brewing, so Christian fans, Christian is still in that top tier in WWE. Let's just see how this thing goes. You know, he may not be the world champion, but it should be a great thing. Like, look, Christian has been featured as a main event player 2 pay-per-views in a row. Now, if that isn't fucking awesome, if you aren't looking at that as a good thing, then I don't know what's happening. But this match, it was absolutely amazing. I love the match, and I would have loved for Christian to get his world championship back, but it didn't happen. But like I said, it looks like this thing isn't ending at all. They had a little handshake at the end of the match, but Christian looked a little apprehensive, you know, with the handshake, and he walked off, you know, looking distraught, and he had a pretty, yeah, he had a pretty interesting look on his face, so we'll see how this thing goes. The next matchup was Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole in a Kiss My Foot match, and I really don't even want to talk about this one, but I am happy that it seems as if this thing is finally over. Jerry Lawler defeated Michael Cole. He had Eve come down to the ring. She delivered a moonsault to Michael Cole from the top rope, and she had to stop herself from trying to pin him. That was hilarious. But yeah, then JR comes down to the ring, and while Michael Cole is laid out on the mat, he pours barbecue sauce all over his face and all over his chest and stuff. And then Michael Cole tries to get up and walk off before we get the big payoff with Jerry Lawler sticking his foot in his mouth, and this shit is just disgusting even talking about it. But then Bret Hart, of all people, comes to the stage. He runs Michael Cole back into the ring. He puts the sharpshooter on Cole, and that's when Jerry Lawler sticks his foot in Michael Cole's mouth with the barbecue sauce dripping down. That shit was disgusting, but I'm pretty sure it's some weirdos out there that, they got off on it. So, good for you, but other than that, I don't see what the big payoff was. Like, hopefully this thing is over with though, but why couldn't they have done this at WrestleMania? Like, really, I mean, we had Stone Cold there, we had the the big setup, grandest stage of them all. That would have been a big payoff to this whole thing, because everything that's happened since then in this feud has been pretty much frivolous and unnecessary. So hey, I don't know, but I'm just glad this thing is finally over with. The main event of Over the Limit was a WWE Championship I Quit match, John Cena versus The Miz. And when I tell you that The Miz used everything but the kitchen sink in his match, he really used everything but the kitchen sink on John Cena. Hell, I don't even think that will work though, because John Cena is so damn invincible. And even with the odds stacked against him straight from the gate in this match, he still ended up getting a win in the end. Anyway, it was established early on that this was basically going to be a handicap match. Alex Riley and The Miz versus John Cena, and even with the odds against him 2-on-1, even with them using kendo sticks to the head, kendo sticks to the abdomen, chair shots, steel steps to the ribs, suplexes on the steel stage, getting knocked off the stage, kicks to the face, getting his ass whooped with belts. They even at one point in the match tried to beg a fan to make John Cena say I quit, but to no avail. Absolutely nothing worked, and The Miz looked impressive for like 90% of this match, but the last couple of minutes of it, John Cena out of nowhere gets this big burst of energy, and he ends up making The Miz say I quit. And that was pretty fucked up, that John Cena gets his ass whooped for like almost 25 minutes straight, and then he still ends up getting the win. And it does fit his motto, never give up, but the motto is bullshit. So, of course, the action, fulfilling the motto was bullshit, too. The ending of the match came where they were outside of the ring. The Miz delivered a chair shot to John Cena. They put the mic up to his face, and we hear John Cena say the words, I quit. So I'm thinking that everything is good. He pulled the Mick Foley on us. The Miz is the new WWE champion, but that punk-ass referee, Mike Chioda, he gets out of the ring. He picks up his cell phone, and he listens to the recording on the cell phone. I'm guessing that was the recording of John Cena saying, I quit, from this past episode of Monday Night Raw. So he reverses the decision, restarts the match, and then, like I said, at that point, it was like a breakneck speed of John Cena getting this burst of energy. He puts Alex Riley through the announcer's table. He takes off his belts, starts beating the hell out of The Miz, and The Miz starts running up the ramp like a little bitch. Miz, you're my dude, but that shit was absolutely hilarious. I watched it like 15 to 20 times over and over again, and I laughed every single time. It was absolutely hilarious. So yeah, The Miz, he was running up the ramp, tries to go backstage. John Cena pulls him back on the stage. Then he puts the STF on him. The Miz then gives up. He says, I quit, and the match is over with. Super Cena, your winner once again. And a lot of people are going to say that The Miz looked weak and John Cena buried The Miz. I don't think so. Like, I would have loved for the Miz to win this match or be booked in a different way to seem like John Cena, just came out of nowhere with all of this strength and power. But, like I said, Miz, he dominated 90% of the match. And he had this ruthless streak going on tonight, and he looked absolutely awesome. And when he's, has his ruthless streak going on, we saw a little bit of this during the road to WrestleMania, but we saw a lot of it tonight. I think that's when he's at his best, and I saw a really a great new side of The Miz tonight. And yeah, so I don't think that he comes off looking any worse from this pay-per-view, because yeah, everybody knew it was gonna happen. Hell, everybody knew Super Cena was gonna win in this I Quit match. There was no chance in hell of The Miz winning at all. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be pissed off at this pay-per-view because we have the two golden boys in WWE retaining the world championships. And with me, hell, I'm huge fans of Christian and The Miz, and they both got screwed out of championships tonight. So, yeah, that wasn't too good. But I thought both of them looked good in defeat, though. You know, besides those last couple of minutes of that Miz match. But, you know, yeah, but Mike Chioda, why can't you be more like Nunzio? Mind your fucking business. Like, if you see a match and you see something happen and you see a pin or see a finish of the match, leave it at that. Stop being so fucking nosy, bastard. This is the second time you screwed the Miz out of the championship, and I'm pissed off about it. But, yeah. Overall, I would say that this pay-per-view was, wasn't too good. Then again, it wasn't, bad either. I mean, it had some boring matches on this card, and that's one thing that I dislike. Hell, I'll take horrible over boring. Like, when it's boring, that's like some BS. But it has some good matches on here also. But I'm thinking I wouldn't rank this anywhere above a 7, maybe a 6.5, somewhere around that. So yeah, there you go. Make sure you let me know your opinions on Over the Limit down in the comment section below. And, yeah, I am J-Dub. Thanks for watching. Peace out. What's up, people? J-Dub here with my 2011 WWE Extreme Rules. It's not Extreme Rules. Damn. J-Dub here with my 2011 WWE Extreme Rules review video. It's not Extreme Rules. Damn. Second matchup of the night was the Intercontinental Championship match. Ezekiel Jackson versus the defending champion, Wade Barrett. And my prop is right here. Hold on. Cut.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace, Macho Man.